Am I the asshole? For telling my mom's husband I'm so glad he didn't get to name me? My mom and her husband are expecting a baby together. I'm 17F and was my mom's only child until she got pregnant. Her husband has no kids. So some context on this: my name is a bit of a sore issue with my mom. When she and my dad were expecting me, she wanted to name me Evelyn Beatrice. My dad didn't like either name but said one could be a middle name if they found a name together that they liked. My mom wasn't happy about this, and after my dad refused to give in to Evelyn Beatrice being my full name, she asked for a coin toss, and if she won she could call me Evelyn Beatrice, and if my dad won, he could name me. My dad won the coin toss. He offered mom the chance to work together and she only wanted Evelyn Beatrice. So my dad named me. My first name is Ren and my first middle name is a traditionally boy's name. He also gave me Beatrice as a second middle name because he did want mom to have some say. So I have 3 names. But I go by Ren. And typically if I'm asked to write my middle name for something, I only use one middle name, and it's usually the one my dad gave me because I like it way more than Beatrice. But my mom has always regretted this and she has told me that. It also stung for her that he included Beatrice but wouldn't let her name me Evelyn Beatrice. When my dad died, she seemed to get really frustrated about it, even though it was 9 years after the fact. But I digress a bit. My name is a sore spot for my mom and she still wishes she had named me Evelyn Beatrice. Her husband of 14 months and I do not get along that well, and I find him to be a really condescending dick. He has mocked my first name several times and asked me if I'm supposed to be a bird. He also told me my dad was a dumb fuck for naming me 2 names that are so unusable for me, a girl. My name comes up way too much while they try to name their kid. They didn't find out the sex so discussed both names, but whenever girls' names are mentioned my mom's husband gets really loud so I can hear names he likes and thinks are better for girls. He likes old-fashioned names and has brought up a few times that I would have been better off as an Evelyn when he's speaking his own favorites loudly. Those favorites include Susan, Helen, Dorothy, Lucinda, Agnes and stuff. So a couple of days ago when I was doing homework and he was doing his really loud talk about names, I snapped and I told him I'm so glad he didn't name me given his awful taste in names. He got so mad at me, and my mom was also pissed at me for dissing the traditional names they like. Even though he was the only one who seemed to seriously consider them. They told me I shouldn't be so disrespectful. Am I the asshole? If he's mocking your name and intentionally trying to irritate you, then the one person being disrespectful is him. Not the asshole. BTW, don't give out your real name or anything that could lead to your real name. By themselves, those names are not unique, but it's much more unique to have both of those names together. The internet has many creepy people. Not the asshole. Respect is a two-way street. Please consider letting your mom know that you have felt disrespected for quite some time for a couple of reasons. First, your name is lovely, it is a part of your identity, and you like it. It is not respectful to be openly critical of someone's name. If you were engaging in that behavior, being critical of second husband's name or mom's name, I'm sure they wouldn't like it. Second, your name is a link to your father, and their ongoing and loud discussions of girls' names are, at best, passive-aggressive, and again, that is disrespectful. I think Ren is a beautiful name. Your mom was so obsessed with her fantasy name that she refused to love and support the child she has. That's so psycho. I urge you to network like mad. Make contacts. Nurture friendships with people both your own age and older. Make a wider support network. Not far into your future you're going to need people besides your mom. You haven't realized yet, but she doesn't love you for who you are. She has an idea in her head and she only will love who or what helps her live that fantasy. You're not a real person to you. Duh. Not the asshole. Your mom's husband sounds like quite the condescending dick. Not the asshole. Why does the new husband get to say what his child's name is, but your mom threw a fit about naming you what she wanted and tried to pressure your dad? Either way, names should be something both parents like. The only here are them. Not the asshole. It's been said already, but respect is two-way, and you have every right to point that out. He called your late father a dumb fuck, which is bananas disrespectful to you, your father, and your mother, as well as insulted your name. That's an unacceptable way to treat a family you married into. It sucks to have to be the mature one at your age, but my advice is this: instead of backhanded comments, calmly point this out. The reason you're not happy with him. Either it sinks in and you get a genuine apology, or you go off on your own soon and are free of his BS for good. Not the asshole. What adult that's supposed to be a parental figure mocks a kid for their name? Well, I would say it has nothing to do with you or the name and him being insecure and feeling like he has to put your dad down. He is a joke and horrible. So is your mother, who cares more about holding a grudge for not winning the coin toss than not hurting her own child. Not the asshole. The good news is that you can move out at 18 and go to college or find a job and move in with a roommate or whatever else. He also told me my dad was a dumb fuck. Your mom and her new male acquaintance are gonna be really surprised when you turn 18 and distance yourself from them as much as possible. I don't know why my daughter won't talk to me and hasn't seen me in years. I only treated her like crap and let my husband shit all over her. I'm an asshole and a troll, so probably don't take my advice, but I'd double down. You know, I don't think Ren is quite right for me. I'm thinking when I turn 18 of changing my name to New Husband or Stormageddon, possibly the country of Tanzania. You know, I've got options. Not the asshole aside, I'd keep your head down, lie to these people, and just eat shit and smile until you can start getting away from them. They're the ones being disrespectful. Well, I think the next time he decides to mock your name, you should thump him right on his lips, the rude bastard. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. I went to school with an Agnes. She got bullied a lot. Don't give children names you know are old people names if you don't want them to get bullied. Evelyn Beatrice doesn't even have a nice ring to it. It's not fun to say. I don't get why your mom is so stuck on it. I have 2 children from a previous marriage. If my husband were to mock my children like that, we'd be over. There would be no way I'd allow my husband to humiliate my kids that way. Luckily, my husband is very close with them, and anything that's a joke or sarcasm coming from anyone in the family isn't hurtful and received well. I couldn't imagine talking to my stepson this way about his name. What a giant asshole. Your mom also needs to shut her mouth. She sounds like she's not much better. Not the asshole. Why at your mom allowing her husband to harass her child? Calling your dead father a dumb F? Do you have paternal grandparents you can reach out to? Because it seems mom is moving on from you and looking to start over fresh with Mr. Congenitality. Tell them they can have Evelyn Beatrice or whatever, because as soon as you are 18, you are doing to ditch that middle name.